We need to talk about who we want as our officers next year. I don't want anyone that I don't already know or like.
Well, I think it should be my decision. I'm the president after all. I want my friends on the board, and I want to be president again next year. Third time's a charm.
Yeah. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Actually, there's a process we're supposed to follow. First, we need to read our bylaws. They will tell us how many people we need for nominating committee, specific duties of the offices that need to be filled, requirements such as nominees being a member of our PTA, how much advance notice we have to give our general membership before the election.
I've got a copy of the bylaws. I've just never looked at them.
So you're saying that I have to follow our bylaws when I'm deciding who I want to be our officers for next year?
Actually, another thing you'll find in your bylaws is that the president is not allowed to serve on the nominating committee. Also, the nominating committee is not appointed but elected out of the PTA board members and our general membership at a general membership meeting.
Well, besides looking at our bylaws, what else do we need to do?
I'm so glad you asked. My friend Kay here is here to read suggested procedures for nominating committee.
The committee elects own chairman. Each member of the committee must be notified of all committee meetings. Committee should check the unit bylaws as to the specific duties of each office to be filled. Committee meetings should be conducted informally and democratically. Members should be objective, impartial, and unbiased. Committee should choose the person best qualified for a position. Deliberations of the committee should remain confidential. There is no line of promotion. Consider each potential officer in the light of his capabilities and what is best for the whole unit. Difference of opinions within the committee as to possible nominees should be settled by a ballot. Chairman makes all contacts unless it is otherwise agreed upon the committee or unless the chairman has clearly designated one other person or persons to do so. Consent of each nominee must be obtained before placing his name on the slate of nominees. Advance notice of the slate from the nominating committee should be given to the association according to your bylaws. Keeping your membership in the know promotes good public relations. Committee is responsible for presenting a full slate of officers to the association. If a withdrawal from the slate occurs before election, the committee is responsible for presenting another name. If an individual is not present at the meeting at which he is elected, the secretary of the association should be responsible for notifying him of his election. This would mean the retiring secretary. The committee is automatically dissolved when the election is held. And please remember with the new Florida bylaws that the general meeting must vote on your bylaws to have either 3 or 5 people to serve on your nominating committee.
I guess this means I can't be president for the 3rd year in a row. I better start working on my procedure book.
There are probably a lot of qualified potential candidates. I'm sure that whoever is elected will serve on this important committee and they will take it seriously and find the best possible candidates.
And don't forget, you can always reach out to your friends at DCC PTA or the Florida PTA to ask any questions about the nominating and or election process.